Dr. Ferrante asked that I preface these readings with a dedication. Dr. Ferrante has given me permission to read her work for you. She wishes to honor Dr. Rashad by continuing this effort. He would have loved this. Humdrum and drip drop. Sometimes I hate the noise. Sometimes it comforts me. Lots of times I forget or deny to myself that I have this IV. I'll just get up and walk away from my IV bag. Usually I figure out that I left it behind when I feel a twang of the IV line or when I hear the camelback fall to the ground. It's hard to take a shower with an IV in your arm. You can't get it wet or it will become infected. Shampooing my hair takes on a whole different meaning, and feeling the beads of warm water run down my back is a simple but delightful pleasure. Humdrum and drip drop. Let me tell you what I have been through. As a medical doctor, as a female, as a patient, maybe you could learn something new that would help you learn the medical system so that your doctor can pay more attention assessing your diagnosis than he or she does in extracting the same question from you, i.e., your medications, the dose, the frequency, etc., that every doctor needs to have. It may or may not work for you, but let me show you the bed exercises I developed on my own. Knowing that patient inactivity leads to other complications, I wanted to retain my muscle mass as best as possible. Toning the core of the body leads to better balance, and getting off that extra weight allows your heart to send better perfusion to your head and your heart itself. Your heart gets its own blood supply during diastole, the bottom number of your blood pressure, e.g. 120 over 80 milligrams of mercury. 80 is the diastolic number. I wanted to keep what muscle I had. Humdrum, drip drop. For longevity, your heart needs remodeling so that it continues its important and constant job to beat. You need your leg quadriceps muscles to keep you standing up, and you need flexibility and some agility so that if you fall, you can minimize the damages to yourself. Does that not make sense? Once one has had a brain injury, another brain injury on top of that one could be devastating and permanent. Oops, I think I forgot to tell you, I do have a traumatic brain injury. I could fix every word in this book so it makes sense to you, but the brain-injured person thinks differently. We repeat ourselves or re-describe something in an attempt to better portray the matter. We think differently. We have to complete a sentence or a thought, or else we'll forget what we were talking about. We strain to keep the incoming data computed. Couple that with other medical diagnoses that have their own life-altering effects, and you will find yourself talking to someone who knows what I'm talking about. I'm going to leave these kinds of errors in this book because it's the way I think. Humdrum, drip drop, second to second, minute to minute, day to day. If something does not make sense to you, you have to understand that you are listening to a person with a brain injury, okay? I just hope that I can help somebody, somewhere, and share my story with you. I thank God that I am alive to impart my lessons learned and my secrets uncovered onto you. May my words ring true for you, so that you understand the medical system better, can cope with being disabled better, and have a caring heart for children and the elderly. Children and the elderly. They do not have a voice like we do. They are innocent and precious. The manner in which a civilization treats them is a direct reflection of the soul of the civilization. I believe that we are far away from where we need to be. To me, the disabled and the elderly seem to be the newest outcasts of society, even today. You spend 3 hours getting ready to get out of the door by wheelchair and IV. Perceive every act that you do in one day. What would it be like if you were in a wheelchair? Opening doors takes on a whole new meaning. So does brushing your teeth. No disabled parking spots at community events. No way you can sit in the sun before being poisoned by it. No, my caregiver cannot just drop me off and then come to pick me up. I have to be in her sight every minute so I do not faint or fall or forget what I was supposed to do next. My caregiver is there to care for me. If you are an awful person, you have every opportunity to take advantage of my disability so you can overprice handyman fees, steal my jewelry, swipe my baby clothes, and lie to me. Yes, I believe that some of my past caregivers have lied and have stolen from me. Stretch that time card out for every extra half an hour of pay. If I have a brain injury or dementia especially, you know that I won't remember things. You can forget to feed me, and most likely, I will not remember to eat. You can steal that piece of jewelry because you probably won't be working here by the time I find out that you stole it. In case you have not given it much thought, I am here to tell you that a good caregiver is hard to find. Loyalty to your family does not come naturally. May this be the start of a new journey for you. A journey that you did not plan to take. A journey that opens up a world you never knew existed. Bear with me as I focus on the process in this first book. Then we can talk about the sandwich generation of adults who care for both their children and their ailing or elderly parents. I've been in the physical presence of groups of elderly people for much of my recent past. Because of dementia in all its insidious forms, the elderly are not able to speak for themselves, especially if they are in a nursing home and are continually sustaining bumps, bruises, falling down, or not eating their food. The resurrection of the elderly. Us baby boomers have to realize that if we live long enough, we will need care. We will need a younger person to look after us, to help take care of us. God bless those of you whose marriage is such that you know who you are going to grow old with. Flash forward from age 45 and pretend that now you're 85, a disabled 85. How are you going to get dressed, go grocery shopping, and pay your bills? Thank God that we did plan for long-term disability by purchasing a long-term care policy. It has allowed me to live at home, to see my husband and my children day by day. No one told me to purchase this insurance, but it was fortuitous as it turns out. May God grant you insight as you read this book, so that you will correctly grasp its contents. If you want to purchase one, so I'll read more soon.